Everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 4, Episode 103 with me, Sid, and I am in a hole. I'm in a hole specifically of diorite. And I have got everything out of this hole except for dirt. Well, obviously, because there was no dirt in there. Let me just whiz around and I'll not waste, not, waste not, want not. If I, so this is, but this is schist dirt, isn't it? Yes. This is diorite dirt. There's not a lot of diorite dirt that side. Let's come over here then. Let's have a look here. This is diorite dirt. Yeah, so I continued wandering my wanderings after we finished last episode, and I started unveiling new territory, and I didn't bother recording all of that because, you know, some things don't need to be seen. The fact that I have found diorite, and then the fact that we then return diorite, and we've got all of the rocks, stones and sand and gravel, and we'll send that back as well, you know, largely material. This is just a thing. Now what is more or less, that's, I think, is, so what I've been doing, because we've got Forest of Doom biome here, so I've been hibbity hopping around the edge using, hello, no, you're not getting me, mate, using the glider and as a means of to an end, really. I'm not going to bother with that one. That's going to be too faffy aroundy. Just to skirt around this map faster. You know, I've got the speed bonus. I can outrun pretty much everything that moves out there. And if I show you where we've come right around here. We went past here, and I've basically hopped over to this section and then started skirting around here. Now we've hit Forest of Doom again, as I mentioned, and for that matter, as you can see. But that in itself isn't a major issue. We can quite easily skip and hop around this. What I could do with is some fresh water. Oh, that didn't work quite the way I intended. Oh, hello. And every now and again one of these numbnuts comes and plays, you know, because they think they're tough. Right, what we got here, this is diorite again, isn't it? Yes. I really could use some fresh water, please. Not seeing any fresh water there at all. That's all seawater, isn't it? And I'm still kind of hoping that I will bump into that elusive thing that I've been looking for, which of course is the barn, so I can not destroy the blaze spawner this time. Fresh water. Don't mind me, zombie. Hi. Now you can mind me. There you go. We'll have that. Don't mind if I do. So we're still on diorite. I'm not really finding. This is not the kind of terrain that is you know, lends itself to finding stuff beyond maybe the entire block that you're working on. So should probably. Whoops. Hup. Come on. I mean, I could put the jetpack on, but, you know, there's a principle of it. I fell down here, let me get myself out. Alright, and there we go. Okay. Am I best off over here? Probably. Do I really want that? Not really. Can we get some food in our gullets? Almost certainly. Yeah, we've got sandwiches still in this one. So I am going to continue the quest for more rocks and things, and obviously unveil more land as we go. And well, I'll pop back when I see something interesting. See, this is why you shouldn't build fires in forests or lava pools. Yeah, we're skirting around. We're skirting around the top half now. I may do an overfly of this area because the last barn we found was actually in one of those. But yeah, nothing really much to report other than that. But you know, this is marble territory now we're in, which we've got. So yeah, sucks really a little bit. But there you go. And we've got. I'm guessing that's going to be dolomite again. Ow. Not going to help me because that's a lower tier of rock, isn't it? It is rhyolite, which we've got plenty of, so we don't need to worry about that anyway. Yeah, so we're covering with a combination of these boots, this glider, and when absolutely necessary, the jetpack. Our ability to travel is absolutely ludicrous. We're covering far more terrain than I would have ever thought possible. Not seeing anything over there. What I was thinking is whether we can. Problem is, I'm going to do this with the jetpack on, because my tendency is to think I can land on the trees, and of course this is TerraFirmaCraft. You can't land on the trees. You know, minor point, but still an important one, I feel. I'm just going to overfly this, I think, because we've got plenty of fuel in this jetpack, so we'll make sure that we've uncovered as much of this as possible and explored as much as possible. But yeah, apart from that, really nothing much to see here. Just the usual TFC Forest of Doom terrain generation, really. It's rather not. That'd be a lovely place to build if you, well, apart from the fact that it's burning down, which is a minor consideration, but we need to get back onto something with a little bit of altitude for our next jaunt, and yeah, and probably eat and sleep and drink and do all of those good things. I'll see you later. Well, I found spruce. I've just come back round up here. I'm probably going to continue exploring a little bit. There is that barn. I can't remember what I did with that barn, so there's a possibility I left the spawner there. Slim, but there is a possibility. But I've got the bug. However, we have now found a spruce, so we're going to try and grab a whole load of spruce saplings. I would never have said that that was a spruce, but there you go. What do I know? As long as we get a few saplings from them. I mean, I always think of a spruce as being a Christmas tree, and they don't look like Christmas trees. I suppose I should also chop some of these logs down, just because I'm, you know, I have an issue with leaving zombies right under me. No, with leaving logs sticking up. I don't like it. I think it looks untidy. And it's one of my real pet bugbears on servers. You know, when people don't chop trees down after themselves, or leave. There's two things I dislike. One is the people who would leave the tree, and the other people who would leave the top of the tree. I mean, it's just totally stupid and irrational dislike, but you know, it's the one I have. I don't even, I've got a whole load of that Forest of Doom, and the Forest of Doom trees are not that far away anyway, so we'll send those back, and that will keep us satisfied on that score. We'll send that back as well. I've just been picking food up as we go, just because it doesn't hurt to, you know, scavenge. That hurts, on the other hand, you know, releasing your hang glider too soon is definitely that hurt. What are you? Tetrahedrite. I don't think I'm that bothered about copper that I would come this far out for it. Although you never know going forwards. Anyways, yeah, so we know that this area, and probably most of this up here, is going to be marble, because, you know, all the evidence points in that direction. So the quickest thing I think to do is probably just scooch round using the old hang glider, and I will see you when we reach new territory, or anything interesting, which could include, of course, where am I? Where actually am I? I'm here. Alright, I've got a fair way to go yet. Yeah, or, you know, when I get around to that barn, or whatever. There are a great many things that could be the case, so, you know, we'll work around it back in a moment. I left it intact. Alright, let's go back over. Oh, please tell me. Oh, man. I better, have I got my capturing? Have I got my port? Now that's currently got a mob spawner in it. It is a zombie spawner. We want to keep that one. That one, however, has got a skeleton spawner. I'm very happy. I'm the happiest bunny in the world right now. Okay, so we are going to use this. Take that. And now, I think with that in mind, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to head back. I'm fairly certain this is all basalt and claystone all the way around over here, all the way back to home. So might as well just head back home and don't spare the gas, I suppose, would be. I can only sleep at night, apparently. I want to sleep now. Eat some corn on the cob. That's always good. I will see you back at base. Alright, we're back. And we're in pretty good shape. Let me just get rid of, I don't know, stick that down there for now. So we got a whole load of obsidian. We've got the old basalt stuff. I don't know whether basalt was not one we needed. We needed the conglomerate. And what we will do is we'll go and, first things first, we'll get the rocks into the new storeroom that we've done, and then tidy up a little bit, and start to make plans for the use of this. Now you are conglomerate, so I want this one. Okay, and yeah, I mean, you know, this is a lot. There's going to be a long. This storage facility, I think, is going to be a long haul job. It's not going to be one that's done overnight by any stretch of the imagination. We need 2 of those, so that's 1 of those and 1 of those. And then this will go in. Oh man, there's a little bit of lag. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's I am uploading in the background, so that's probably not helping. Right, let's go get the rest of the conglomerate in. I'll continue to get those done, and I shall be back with you in a sec. Alright, just a quick update. I've brought another entrance in around here. I got fed up of going around. This seems a lot faster just to come through here, and it only costs us like 5 storage slots, because we're going to go around here and all the way down there, and obviously we've got the middle as well for other storage. So that is schist to schist, basalt goes down here. I haven't got real bloody lag issues at the moment though. Have I got any? I've got basalt dirt, yes. And this is all schist. That's gabbro. What we got? Diorite, schist, and marble. Marble. Oh, hang on. Oh, that's gabbro dirt. And that is diorite. And then that is rhyolite. Now this is voiding, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Well, we're a little bit further on. Now, let's talk spawners. And let's talk killing mechanisms and spawners. So what have we got in the way of spikes in this? No spike? Nothing. Not a major issue, but would have been nice if we had something. We have of course got the fans from Open Blocks, if we can find it. What else have we got in Open Blocks then? Open Blocks is one of those mods that I haven't used in such a long time. Well, I've used a lot, but it's not been a staple in mod packs for a while. Or at least in my experience, it kind of went out of favour after a while. So you got the bear trap, we've got the fan, we've got the XP bottler, auto enchantment table, which is pretty much useless to us right now. Block breaker, block placer, item dropper. Not sure whether this had. I think it was extra utilities that has the spikes, isn't it? XP shower. So I think we are looking at a very basic design now. We could. I need to figure out where the hell I am for starters. We could go and do it over with the other XP farms, but this is a mob farm with a difference. This is a mob farm that is not really for the XP. This is for the drops, and obviously one of the items in the mob farm, I'm just going to go and get that tree out of the way because it's going to bug me otherwise. One of the issues we have with the with a blaze farm, wow, that was like raining timber. One of the issues we have with the blaze farm is that we can't make it out of combustible materials, and that in itself it's not an issue, but it's enough of an issue that, you know, we don't want any chance of a straight. Well, you know how it was with blazers. I'm not even sure which version it is where they fixed the mob tracking, but where they would track you through the walls if you hurt them. And if it's not that version, then the last thing we need is fire and brimstone raining down on us when the blaze decides to burn our mob farm to pieces. However, there are alternatives. For example, we could build it in the ground, and that would be relatively straightforward to then cover back over using chiseled blocks, because we can chisel the blocks out as we go. I'll just take this one down while we're at it. Right, there we go. Let's get all that. So we could build it, say, over here somewhere, but that's going to require a lot of blocks for me to build with in the first place. I'm going to place you somewhere else, way away. Actually, I don't want you there. I think, say, there. So my thought is we're going to need a couple of fairly large open spaces. I'm not shy on chisels. I've got chisels coming out the wazoo. So maybe we can use one largish open space, maybe over here. Cut out the room and the space down there, and then build up over on this side to get the same. That sapling will want to go as well. Thank you. And fit the farm in like that. Now the question is, do I want to do it there with the rhyolite or over here with the basalt? I think over there. I think we can use that. That's an ideal space there. So armed with that, I'm going to go and grab some chisels. I am going to plot out my area, and I'll be back with you in a sec. Alright, so we're going to be doing a side-by-side spawner system. I'm not going to be worrying too much about efficiency, about getting lots and lots of mobs in and doing things. I just want the mobs to come down, and as they come, I will kill it. As they come down, I will kill them. Let me get back to smooth. However, we are going to want building materials for this, so rather than just take the whole thing out, I'm going to strip out these in rhyolite smooth stone blocks, and we're probably going to need to do around the outsides as well. Well, we are going to need to do around the outsides, but the idea here is that we'll have fans at this side, 3 of them, 1, 2 and 3, and we'll have fans at the other side, and they will push the mobs into a kill zone area, and I will kill them with my nice looting sword, and the world will be good and happy, because we will get lots of blaze rods, and we will get lots and lots of pig iron, the raw material for steel, of course. And that's the plan. It really is not rocket science. It would be nice, and I'm going to try and get the zombie side of things, because obviously I know where there's more and more zombie spawners. I know where there's a whole load, for example, in that barn. There's at least 2 that I'm aware of. Maybe, is it 2 or 1? Certainly 1. In that barn, and then of course there's all the Thorncraft dungeons as well, so between them these things should be spawning zombies at a rate, and it might be worthwhile having this set up to spawn, have the system do more than 1 spawner's worth. For the blaze, I'm not so desperate. The reason I want the blaze, well, it's fuel. I'll be honest. Blaze rods, free blaze rods will be ideal as fuel for our power gen, and I mean they burn better than coal. They, I think it's better. Just have a look. Coal burns for 1600, and blaze rods burn for 2400. Yeah, so they burn better, and they don't require me to go out into the world making, well, they don't require me to make vast amounts of charcoal, and they don't require me to make go out mining bituminous coal, which to me is a huge bonus, because again, in vanilla Minecraft, mining coal is tedious, but it's not so bad that you would, you know, despair if you had to do it all the time, shall we? I think that's a fair assumption. Fair assertion, I should say. So if I come back here and go there, there, and there, and there, but we're going to place that there. So this will be the back wall. Oops, and these will come out. This is going to be access for the switches, basically. Right, so I need to do that. I also need to get the front wall in, which means 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, which will be there. And again, we'll do this on 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. We'll tidy this up, and we're not going to get this done this episode. This is just a start position, really. My starter for 10. And then we'll take out the entire floor area here, and we'll continue on with the space. Let me just do a little bit more, and oops, I will be right back with you. Alright, I've done a wee bit of work on the spawn. I'm just double checking. I just came in here and that was there. So I am just double checking all of this to make sure there is absolutely no remnants of that. Now the other thing I need is some vinegar, which I think that's the last of it actually, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh no, we've got loads. Okay, good. We'll get another cheese running because everybody likes cheese, don't they? Seal it. Well, except for people who are lactose intolerant. Well, I'm guessing people who are lactose intolerant like cheese, they just can't have it. Yeah, which is a bit of a bummer if you're a cheese fan. Now, what I am thinking is we're going to need a reasonable amount of glass. Now we can do this stuff. That is that's cheap enough. It's just sand in the old thing. Of course, we haven't got any sand here because, of course, the sand's all now in the actual system, isn't it? So I'm going to want glass. I'm going to want to make the outside of the area dark but spawn proof. This is the concept I'm thinking of, and let me just go and drop that in there. How are we for rhyolite sand? Not much. That's got a couple of stacks in the old whatever that is. Quartzite. Yeah, we'll take a stack of that and put it through. Sand is not a problem. We can always get more. But we'll stick that in the old alloy smelter and let it run through. I'll show you what we've got so far. And I may not do glass all the way up. I think, you know, it's I should probably get rid of some of this as well. I will want some, but how much, of course, is anybody's guess. So I'll just take a little bit with me. And I'll show you the progress we've made, and then we'll continue on with this next episode, I think. Because I've only really got half of one side done. I meant to bring a jack-o'-lantern, but well, we'll live. Because it's dark in there at the moment. Because it's a dark room. So, of course, it's dark. And, of course, eventually we will path off over here. We'll fill this in probably a bit and path into here a wee bit. So this is the shape we've got. We're going to have the fans will face this way over, and there'll be a lever back there. Spawner will go here, which will give it a 2 clearance underneath and 2 clearance above, and everything can flow this way. And then when you get to, this is 3, so this is the point where we want to start dropping the mobs, in this case Blaze, but you know, the other side it will be well, this may be zombies, yeah, who knows. And that's going to probably want to drop them too, I think. Two's a good drop. It doesn't damage them. Gives me the opportunity to do what I need to do. And it'll actually be 3 because this one will be 2.5, I think. So what we will probably do is chisel this back to smooth. We'll change the mode on that to slab, and actually no, we'll change it to stair and do that. I only want a basic slab. This will stop, or should stop, any escapologist mobs. And then change back to smooth mode, and we can just turn those back to a nice smooth colour. I'm keeping my eye on the thing, the night status, because obviously we are not really keeping tabs on this. Hup, 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 and hup. So that's the kind of the shape we're aiming for, and obviously it will be repeated on both sides, and then there'll be an access from there, probably. But I think on that note we are going to call it an episode, and we'll continue this next episode when hopefully we'll get a functioning dual spawner system down here. And as I say, not for XP, we've got this the creeper spawner for that, which is far more efficient. This is for materials. So until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.